Hello, my name is Madelaine. I have been living and working in Spain for 8 years.
Pour venir en Espagne à la recherche d'un emploi. Trouver un emploi m'a permis de...
I came from my country looking for a job, and when I found employment, I was more settled. I began the proceedings to bring my family to Spain. My husband, my children, and my mother. I was entitled to do this because I had already resided in Spain more than 5 years, and I had permission for at least another year, which is one of the first things you are asked for. To clarify, these are the family members which may be relocated. The spouse, the children, or those of the spouse, including adopted children, those under 18 or disabled who are not married. When children are just of one member of the couple, it is necessary for him or her to exercise by him or herself the patra potestas, legal authority, or the custody has been granted to him or her ancestors, father or mother, of those of the spouse when they are your responsibility, and there are reasons which justify it. To relocate my mother, I was asked to show that she was financially dependent on me, which I was able to do because I had been sending her money every month. It is easier to make this application if in addition your parents do not have more children in your country, or if they have any disease which can be better treated in Spain, but they must be over 65 years. The papers you are asked for
sont les suivants. Le passeport du demandeur du regroupement,
the applicant's passport, your passport, the applicant's residence card, your resident, the social security card, your employment history provided at any social security office or online website of the social security, the contract of employment you have, your last 3 pay slips, the deeds of ownership of your house or a report of house availability which the town hall or city council grants, a copy of the passport of the relative you are going to relocate, and a copy of the document that proves the bond of kinship, for example, the family book.
Comme par exemple le livret de famille.
When they told me that the relocation had been approved, my mother has 2 months' time to apply for the visa, and she had to submit at the consulate or embassy of Spain in our country a series of papers. Details are provided below. As you can see, there is a lot of paperwork, and it doesn't end there, because later I wanted to relocate my wife, which involved a lot of further documentation. Finally, I made arrangements to bring my 2 little children, but I could not relocate the older one since he was 21 years old and was working. In exceptional cases, the relocation of children over 21 can be approved if you can prove that you and your spouse are able to support them. Let me explain the papers to be presented depending on whom you want to bring. Documents common to ascendants, spouse, and descendants. 4 forms with 4 photographs attached to each sheet of the form. These forms can be downloaded from the website of the Ministry of Trabajo y Inmigración or portal canaldesarrollo.org.
Canaldesarrollo.org.
Original passport which does not expire before 4 months. This is not asked for in the application in Spain, plus the photocopy of the sheet showing the passport photo and the page with any correction to the passport. No stamp or visa of travel, only ascendant. Copy of the favorable resolution which you must apply for in the delegation or subdelegation of the government of the province you live in Spain. Photocopy of your passport, of the page where your photo appears. Apostille origin and photocopy of your birth certificate or your spouse if you are going to relocate your parents-in-law. Apostille origin and photocopy of your marriage certificate and your spouse if you are going to relocate your parents-in-law. Proof of fund transferred or supporting expenses of his or her family, provided that you have been able to provide financial support during at least the last year of your residence in Spain. Original and photocopy. Dispatches are only allowed with individual receipts and address to the relative to be relocated. original and photocopy of the medical certificate issued in the country of your parents for one of the medical centers authorized by the consulate.
De résidence de vos parents.
Documents common to the spouse and children. A copy of the accrediting documentation of the family tie and, where appropriate, of the age and legal and financial dependence. A copy of the passport, travel document, or the valid registration card of the applicant. A copy of the corresponding authorization of residence of work and residence already renewed, or the first approval and the receipt of application for renewal. Proof of employment and or sufficient resources to meet family needs, including health care, if not covered by Social Security. The Ministerio de la Presidencia, on the proposal of the Ministerio de Interior and the Ministerio de Trabajo y Asuntos Sociales, will determine the amount considered to be sufficient to support the family, and also how to provide proof, taking into account the number of people who will become dependent on the applicant as a result of the relocation. Documentary supporting evidence showing the availability of adequate housing to meet the needs of the applicants and the family by means of a municipal report of the availability of the house. In cases of family reunification of spouses, a sworn declaration that the applicant does not reside in Spain with another spouse.
Ne réside pas en Espagne avec un autre conjoint. Document.
Only descendant.
Pour les descendants.
Original and photocopy of birth certificate of the son or daughter apostilled. The permission of both parents or the person having parental right, patria potestad, of the child, verified by a notary, with the express indicating that he or she is authorized to leave the country and live in Spain with his father or mother, original and photocopy apostilled. I know that everything can seem complicated because there are many papers to fill in, but in the end, it is possible to achieve.